Hey guys, it's Shannon. I am here today to do a tutorial for you, and this tutorial kind of kills a lot of birds with one stone, so to speak. I bought a new eyeshadow that I'm really excited about, and it's this sort of purple, iridescent, kind of a lighter purple eyeshadow from Mark, and I'm really excited about it. I really like this color, and so I thought I would do some tutorials with it for you guys, and that way if you are interested in it, you can pick it up as well. A lot of good things about this tutorial. It's a really good kind of everyday sort of neutral look. It utilizes colors that are kind of starting to hint that fall is around the corner. It's also a good look for just everyday work, and a really good look for back to school, just a really fresh, young, kind of fun look. And for the back to schoolers, this is really great because if you're out doing your back to school shopping and you're picking things up, all of the products that are listed here are very inexpensive. And the best part of it all is that there is something that will bring out every single eye color. So no matter what your eye color is going to pop with this look, because we've got a little bit that kind of picks up, regardless of what your eye color is, that will pick up that color and cause it to kind of shine and really stand out. So if you like what you see and you'd like to learn how to do it, then keep watching. Okay, the first step is to prime our eyes, and we're going to use a primer today that has just a little bit of color in it, and that color is going to help us to kind of define our area that we would normally highlight, since we're only going to use two eyeshadow colors today. And so I'm going to be using Mark's Please Hold Eye Primer, and this is in medium to dark. Looks like this. If you're interested in this product, I have a link in the information bar to my website where you can order it there. And it looks just like this. And so I'm just going to take my finger. I usually do my ring finger, just because your ring finger has the least amount of strength out of all your fingers, and you're just going to gently rub that all over the eye, all the way up to the eyebrow. This just provides a base. It keeps your eyeshadow on a little bit longer and keeps it from creasing, which the eyeshadows I'm using today don't typically crease, so that's not necessarily a problem. But it also evens out your skin tone, so if you have veins or freckles or anything on your eyelids, it helps to kind of even that out a little bit. And then, like I said, because it has a little bit of color, it's just going to lighten up the skin, provide a little color up here, since we're not going to use a highlight color today. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to use comes from the e.l.f. Brightening Eye Color Quad in Luxe, and you guys have seen me use this 1,000,001 times, and in fact I've used it so much that I just have the remnants of one of the eyeshadows left, and that is the cranberry color. And we're going to use this color to define the outer corner of our eye. It's going to be the color that kind of goes up and creates the shape of our eye. We want kind of a nice sort of kind of a cat eye shape, and it also is going to give us some dimension in the outer corner. And to apply it, I'm going to use an Essence of Beauty crease brush. Essence of Beauty you can find usually at any drugstore. It's a pretty popular, common brand, not too expensive if you're new to brushes. And the e.l.f. quads can be purchased at eyeslipsface.com, and you can also find them in Target stores. Sometimes you can find them in Kroger's, which is a grocery store. I've seen them in Big Lots before as well, and also in Kmart stores. So pretty readily available, and they only cost $1. So if you're new to makeup, or if you don't have very much money to spend, they're definitely worth it. So I'm just going to take the crease brush, and I'm just really going to tap it into the color. We can build the color up over a little bit of time, so you don't have to go real heavy-handed to start with. You can always add to it. It's better to add to it than to have to take away. And so I'm going to start right here in the crease. In the crease of your eye, if you're new to makeup, it's the area right underneath your brow bone in your skull, and it's in between that and your eyeball. So it's this area right here that's kind of dented in. You can kind of run your finger along it. That's your crease. So we're just going to stick this into the crease, and I'm going just to sweep it across the eye in the crease. Going from this outer corner, I'm just dragging it across. Okay, so we're going to define our crease and make that a little bit darker and more exaggerated doing this. And then I'm going to start to kind of drag it up above the eye, because I want it to kind of go, I don't want it to go all the way up to my eyebrow, but I do want a little bit of space there that's still light, but I want to go pretty high with it and then angle it back down to a point. And that's going to help to shape our eyes. What's going to make our eye kind of get bigger as it goes further away and give you that cat's eye sort of shape. So as I'm doing that, I'm just sweeping it across and I'm just dragging the color up. And then we're also going to define our outer V, and the outer V is kind of this area where you've got the corner of the crease going up and then the lash line coming down. It makes sort of a V shape like this. So we're going to define that outer V, and we're going to drag the color in and fill in this whole outer third of the eye, and that's going to give us a little bit more dimension, so that even though we're only using two colors, it's going to kind of look a little bit more like we have kind of more color going on, or there's something more mysterious happening than just using two shades of eyeshadow. So let me go ahead and start to drag down a little bit to start to define that outer V. And I'm just going to define this outer V a little bit. And then I'm going to start to drag it in and just fill in that outer corner. And continue to drag across. And continue to pull the color up towards the eyebrow. Okay, so we're just kind of filling in this outer third. And you're just going to sort of blend this and keep kind of working it until you get it the way that you like it. But as you can see, we're starting to kind of shape the eye. You can see it's a little bit more pointed here in the inner corner, and then it rises up here in the outer corner, and it gives you that nice kind of rounded shape. And that's what helps to open the eyes up and make your eyes look bigger than they are naturally. And the idea is that you always kind of want this outer corner to be the darkest and it to kind of get lighter as it goes across. And I'm just going to start on the other eye. Okay, next I'm going to be using another Mark product. This is the iMark Metallics Custom Pick Eyeshadow. I have it in the color Jazzy. It comes in a little box like this. These are meant to go into a palette, and so they just come kind of in this little plastic case, and you buy, they have different sized palettes, so you can buy the one that suits your needs the most, and you can kind of mix and match eyeshadows and blushes to your little heart's content. So they just come in a little plastic container like this. These are also available on my website, so if you're interested, again, the color is Jazzy, and it's part of the Mark line. And it's just this really pretty purple color. It's looking a little darker on camera, but it's a really interesting color because it kind of has an iridescence to it. So it kind of has this bluish, pinkish, pearly sort of undertone to it. So let me just swatch it for you so you can see. Okay, can you kind of see how it just sort of looks like it's kind of lit from within? And I'll just swatch it on my hand, blend it out a little bit for you. See, it's just the prettiest color. And so we are going to use this kind of all over the lid. Now, I mentioned in the introduction that this is a good look for any eye color, and I'm going to tell you why. This cranberry color is really great for girls. It looks good on girls with brown eyes, but it really helps green eyes to kind of really pop. And it can also, browns can also be really good for blue eyes, but this kind of has kind of a reddish, rusty, brownish undertone to it, and the mix of those together. And so it's just a really nice complement. Red and green can kind of complement each other, so it's a really good color to make your eyes pop if you have green eyes. If you have brown eyes, purple is a really good color to make your eyes pop. And so this is going to be the color that we're going to use to help everybody like me that has the darker, lighter brown eyes to really make your eye color stand out. Now I'm just going to use a flat eyeshadow brush. This is just a brush that came in a pro kit from Avon. You can get flat eyeshadow brushes anywhere. Elf even has them for $1, so you can really find any price point. And I'm just going to take this brush and I'm just going to swipe it across the color and just pick some color up. Now this color we're going to use all over the lid from the inner corner all the way to the outside, and what's going to happen is because we've got this base of this cranberry color, we're going to get the two colors are going to mix together here in the outer corner and almost create a third color, and it's just going to give us some additional dimension to our eye color, and it's also going to help again kind of exaggerate that outer corner so we can continue to exaggerate this sort of cat's eye shape that we want with our eyes. So I'm just going to sweep this color on from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner, just on the lid of the eye up to the crease, but not in the crease or above it. And you can see it has that really light pearly iridescent look really obviously on the inner corner, and then it kind of darkens here in the outer corner because we're layering it over the top of the cranberry color. And just add as much as you want. If you want that purple color to be really noticeable, you can kind of pack it on, but I'm just going to swipe it on just enough to give me that hint of color without being too over the top. Now if you're a blendaholic, as I like to call some people, and you really like to blend your looks, you can. I will use a Mark blending brush for that. It's just kind of a elongated brush tip that kind of tapers here at the ends, and there's a really specific kind of density and stiffness to these type of brushes. They're still soft, but you know, it's not real easy to fold the bristles over, especially at the base, and you need that stiffness in order to kind of be able to kind of brush the makeup and sort of control it. But you're going to use this brush just along the edges to kind of make sure that you don't want a real harsh line here. Like, this is super obvious where my eyeshadow stops. You want to kind of soften that just a little bit. And you can also use it to kind of make sure your colors are blended together. So if you wanted to use it here on the lid, you can. Just be careful not to take that red color. I'm not going to go over the inner corners because since I've used this on this reddish color, I really don't want to darken up this purple here in the inner corner by contaminating it with the red. I want to keep that very purple. So if you like to blend, you can, but it's not something that you have to do. It's just for kind of softening any harsh edges if you feel like you have any. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to line the eyes, and I'm going to use a Mary Kay. This is a very old Mary Kay eye defining pencil that I've had for forever in sable. I just have a little kind of stump left, and this is just a soft brown color. You want to make sure that this is a soft, not super harsh, super intense color. It's not always, you know, I always see girls that are always trying to find the darkest black, you know, jet black, intense black, black, the darkest black they can find. That's not always the best idea. With this look, we're going for kind of a little bit of a softer look. This is a nice look that takes some fall colors, because this purple and this cranberry are really great fall colors, but they're still light enough and bright enough that they look great in the summertime. We're kind of easing into fall colors, and if you really start using harsh, dark, really intense liners, you're going to kind of ruin that effect. So you do want a dark brown liner, but you don't want it to be, I mean, I can make it super, you know, I can make it really dark and intense, but I don't want that. I just want kind of soft lines. The whole point is we're just trying to darken up where our lashes meet our eyelid. We want to make that a little bit darker and a little more defined, just to make it appear as if we've got more lashes than we really do. Okay, and we're not going to do anything fancy with it. This brown liner is going to be really good for brown eyes, obviously, but it's really going to bring out blue and green eyes. It's going to really make those eye colors pop. And so we're not doing anything fancy. We literally are just dragging it along the lash line just to make it look like we have more lashes than we do. So no winging at the outer corner, nothing like that. Just a nice soft line. To make our lashes appear to be more thick and dense than they really are. Next, I'm just going to give my eyelashes a really quick curl. So we're just going to place the lashes in between and squeeze and hold, and release and move it out just a little bit. Squeeze, release, move it out a little further, and squeeze, move it out a little further, squeeze. And the same on the other eye. And the last part of this look is, of course, mascara. I am using Avon Super Shock Intense Mascara, and you can't get these anymore. I'm actually going to use the color Intense Sapphire, and this is just a little bit lighter than a navy blue, basically a regular old sapphire color. So if you've ever seen a blue sapphire, you know what I'm talking about. Stay away from the electric blues, intense blues, neon blues. That's too much. Again, we don't want people to focus on our lashes. We want them to focus on our entire face and kind of the lightness and brightness we have in our entire face. So you don't want it to be a super, super, super obvious blue. You just want it to be a hint of blue. And that hint of blue is going to be really good for blue eyes. It's going to help blue eyes pop. And if you have gray eyes, it's really going to make your gray eyes pop. And so this is how we're kind of finishing it off. We've got something for every eye color, and they're all going to kind of stand out in their own way based on the products that we've used. Okay, so as you can see, it's just subtle color. You're not going to realize that it's blue mascara unless you're really up close looking at me. It just adds a hint of blue, and that's really, really good for blue eyes and especially good for gray eyes. So that's the look, and I hope that you like it. And if you have any questions about it or about any of the products, then let me know. And I hope you guys have a great week, and good luck on your first day back to school. Bye!